Just make sure y'all fucking know that this is really how it is. And the motherfuckers will accept that shit and still be like, well, motherfucker, you still got to go to jail. But I don't want to. I said I don't want to, sir.
Sir, I am not agreeing to this. What's your badge number?
Tell me your parents' names. I need to call them and tell them that their son's an asshole. You raised a dick.
Please lean up against the side of the car and put your hands behind your back.
Fair enough. I did thank you for mentioning this.
I apologize for.
But I regret nothing.
I apologize for bringing your mother into this.
Nope.
Here are my hands. Sir.
Nope. Look, I'm not Bucky. I didn't kill your fucking mom and dad. I didn't kill them. All I did was bring their name into it. Your mom and dad fucked up with you. Get yourself back in the womb.
You need to bake a few more hours before you're done. Welcome to episode 25 of the KJ and A podcast. My name is Kevin. That's the K.
And, I'm the J. J.
And after this post, I'm going to edit in someone else from our KJ and A community saying
They are
I'm
the A.
Yeah. So we're going to have an A.
An actual A.
It's taken 25 episodes, but we're finally here.
That's right. That's right. And whoever it is that we pick at random, you shall be named, and you shall have a hashtag and an @ if you want an @ Just let us know if you want an @ but we'll hashtag you.
Well, I mean, they won't know until we post it, so
That's correct.
you're fucked.
Yeah. yeah. You won't know until it's too late. Sorry. I was trying to give you a head
We'll
up.
not at you, and then when we make posts for the episode, we'll at you there.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you decide you want something, who gives a shit? I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So this week we watched one that I picked, which means it's not going to be.
It's not gonna be a work of art.
Amazing. No. I don't like the works of art. I like something I can poke with a stick and be like, "Are you still kicking?
Is it dead?
Is it dead?
It's
dead.
It's undead.
It's dead, but it's still twitching."
Very Flanders werewolf.
Yeah.
But he was a werewolf, so I don't know how that a whole undead thing worked for him.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
And vampires maybe. Took my zombie.
I'm a zombie blue.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, that's a vampire. Sorry.
Blue.
I do not say blah blah blah.
But you just said blah blah blah. Like multiple times. So technically you do say blah blah blah.
They had a episode 1 through 3 playing on Cartoon Network this weekend, and they kept doing like ads for it in between, and it was like all the times that he said blah 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 in all 3 of the movies.
See?
Yeah.
Sorry, Dracula. You do say.
Did
blah,
he
blah,
just
blah.
say blah blah blah? I do not say blah blah blah. Anyways, so this week we did Kaidomaru.
Yep.
Do you want to say it?
No, there's no
Japanese
change.
way?
There's no fancy
Okay.
Japanese way to say it.
Okay.
It's literally Kaidomaru.
Kaidomaru.
Yeah.
So look at that. Isn't that amazing? So this one, you want to give us a background on this shit before I rip it a new one?
Well, the scores weren't. The scores literally went from like mid to.
Right.
So, IMDb starts us off with a 4.9 out of 10 with 397 users. My Enemy List 5.6 out of 10, 3,549 users. Letterboxd, that's a new one for us, 2.8 out of 5 with 1 review. Just one. Google users 80%, and could not find a number on that one.
Oh.
Normally when it gets to like a nice big hefty number, they're like, this is how many users actually did it. Not this time. So I'm pretty much like,
We're embarrassed about this.
one person maybe. Which is terrible, but you know what? It's whatever. Whatever.
It's fun.
So yeah, this is a semi-historical action drama.
Yeah, well, yeah.
They give you time periods. They actually give you certain locations that are real. So semi-historical. The actual character of Kaidomaru is supposed to be a dude, but they gender swapped it to a girl.
Is it more interesting that way?
I honestly know, because it actually adds a weird, I guess, for being 2000, was it 2003 when it was initially brought out in 2001 in Japan, then 2003 here. I mean, I guess it's still within that more rising of the LGBTQ community.
Yeah. Okay.
So
yeah.
I mean, it's not awkward for them to gender swap certain characters. If you look at the Fate Stay Night series, they have a lot of characters like that. For instance, King Arthur.
Queen Arthur?
Yeah,
Is it really?
Arthur is a woman.
That
His son Mordred, also in one of the subsequent series, also woman. Several characters are gender swapped. Some are still the same sex that they're supposed to be. Others are gender swapped for some reason. I don't know why.
I mean, look, we're changing it up, everybody. Woo!
And it's not even like a huge gender swap. It's just like,
Maybe it's King Arthur and Galahad instead of Guinevere. Fuck this.
I cannot remember if Galahad was actually part of it, but Lancelot did pop up in that series as a berserker, and Arthur didn't know until like near the end when they were fighting, and I was like, holy shit. Oh shit.
What was that? Oh, what was that anime? Not anime, but there was a cartoon. Ronin Warriors? Where they were the Knights of the Round Table, but they were like football players.
It was literally Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table or something like that.
Yeah. I used to love that series.
And it was like a whole football team. They got transported back in time, and they became King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. It was a pretty cool series, but once again, it's another one of those Saturday morning series that they were like, we're gonna sell a shit ton of toys.
Yeah, and I bought a shitload of those toys too.
I'm not gonna lie, I did too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I fucking loved it.
It was a great series. It was a great series.
I mean, probably it's another one of those, hey, it was a great series, and then if we looked at it now, we're like, this is so fucking bad.
Again, it's a Saturday morning cartoon series, and we're like stupid. Between 8 to what, 12? And yeah, it was fun at the time.
I remember those fucking toys had like individual armor pieces you could put on and shit.
Visors came up and down.
Yeah, and like the main guy, he had the red suit of armor, but he also had the white suit of armor. I remember having both of those.
I think you're still on the Ronin Warriors. No, Arthur stayed the same color as white and gold with a red cape.
Maybe I am thinking of Ronin Warriors then, because I really liked Ronin Warriors too.
And it was a great toy line.
Yeah,
it was a great toy line, and then some of the reissues that they've been doing, higher grade, look phenomenal.
Ooh,
phenomenal. I mean, they actually had like a seat where you can actually take the armor and put it on a little statue so it could sit just like in the.
What is this, Minecraft?
Yeah. Yeah. Motherfuckers are bringing that shit back. They're bringing it back, and it looks awesome. But of course, the price tag on it is like skyrocketing to hundreds of dollars. So you can't go to the store and be like, I'm gonna get that bitch for like $12.50. No, you ain't getting that shit for $12.50 at all, sir. No. Look beautiful though. But Kai Doh Maru, directed by Kanji Wakabayashi. If you want to know, character designs were done by Sho Tajima. Yep, Sho Tajima. And, narrowing down when the DVD release was actually, it's sometime in 2003, between July 29th to May 27th. I have two different release dates on several different sites, so I could not narrow that down because I didn't buy this. I remember an ex of mine getting this for Christmas.
Did she regret it?
Of course not.
I'd regret it.
No. She was heavily into anime just like me. So we were just like, yeah, anime! She got some anime oriented. Just like I think I got her a Sashomaru little plush.
Adorable.
It was. And she got me in a Sashomaru shirt, and I was like, it's fucking badass.
We're Sashomaru buddies.
Yes.
Was it Sashomaru?
Yes. From Inuyasha.
Oh. All right.
Which was a heavy hitter on, if not Toonami, Adult Swim. It depends on when you watched it. Yeah.
All right.
It's a good series. It was very long.
Yeah, wow. I mean, I know.
With the subsequent secondary series,
my oldest
Yasahime.
Had Inuyasha, the girl. I don't know who that is. But he
Kagome.
had a plush. He had a plush of it.
Yes, Kagome.
Congratulations. All right, so
Want to hear the voice cast?
Kaidomaru, yes. Do your thing. Sir.
I'll tell you what. So I watched it, but then I was like, before I watched it, I always take my notes before I watch it.
Mm-hmm.
So I go through several different sites to get all this information. Wikipedia did not have the cast this time because this is an OVA. So it's a short run. So, this was only like, what?
The voice acting actually wasn't
It wasn't
terrible.
It wasn't terrible, but there were certain parts where the voice acting seemed.
There was so much gap from what the Japanese. There was like 3 solid seconds of silence and them staring at each other with one of their mouths moving.
Like, well, what?
And we're just waiting, like, what's happening?
Oh
next?
yeah, this version that we watched
happening
was
next?
not great, not great at all. But we watched it. We watched it anyway. So yeah, the voice cast, not a lot of people that I remember seeing, and at least 2 people who went by different names when they recorded this. So Kintoki Sakata, who is Kaidomaru, and once again, if you have something named,
hard to decide to recall who was who in this.
Yeah, I had to like literally watch and make like a little something about that character.
Yeah,
that said this is them.
Yeah, because I also didn't like the art style. How it was so brightly colored. Like it looked like they drew it on a piece of paper, and
it's actually kind of reminiscent to a couple of things I've watched before. God, it's so old that no one's heard of them, and honestly, I cannot remember the actual titles. But they weren't great, but I owned them for a short period of time before I traded them in to get video games.
Right.
But you know what?
Because that's what you do.
Yeah, that's what you do. But anyway, so the voice actor for Kintoki was Veronica Taylor as a Kathleen McKerney. Now, Veronica Taylor is actually the voice actor or actress who does the voice for Ash Ketchum from Pokemon.
Really?
Yes. Well, many other things.
Because like I said, it's like the voice acting seemed okay.
For certain characters.
Yeah.
Not everybody.
Not everybody, but a lot. Most of the voice acting seemed okay to me.
Yeah.
In my head, like they had the proper emotion, and I mean there was a lot of, huh?
Like the dude,
and then waiting.
Tasuna.
Don't even pretend. I won't even pretend.
The guy with
to
the eye
know.
patch. The guy with the eye patch.
I won't even pretend to know who the names were on this because like they all.
It's like. So I feel like if you're going to do something and you're going to introduce characters, that you should introduce the name of the character before you just like go full head in, or at least not wait like too long down the road before you actually say their name.
Yeah.
Like,
who the fuck is this guy? Who's this guy?
Like 2 guys just start walking down the alley and you don't know who the hell they are. And neither one of them has said each other's names. And you're just like,
what?
Who are you?
I don't even understand what the story was.
So, yeah.
Just finish your thing and then we'll bitch about it. Just finish your thing. Because it's so, I don't...
It's kind of frustrating. Raiko Minamoto was played by Bruce Winant. Oni Hime, or Princess Oni, who is also the Shutendoji, was played by Corinne Orr. Doji Ibaragi was played by David Rhodes. Fujiwara Michinaga was Larry Robinson. Sadamatsu Usui, James Snyder, as Dan Green. Now, it was his... Just like certain people have like little pseudonyms that they use, kind of like protect their name.
Oh, that was his.
That was his pseudonym.
Okay.
Suitake Urabe was Don Puglisi. Tesuna it's not Tesuna, it's a silent T, so it's Suna. Watanabe was played by Flavio Romeo. His name was his name. That's his name. That's not even a pseudonym. That's not a pseudonym. It was really his name. Flavio Romeo.
Is he? No.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
No.
Mm-hmm.
God, I hope he's like this ugly, stumpy, like acne-ridden, greasy-haired
He's not
dude
that
sitting
good
behind his
looking from what I saw.
programming, like sitting behind his computer. Mommy, some more hot pocket.
Jesus.
Of
Terrible.
course, Flavia Romeo. Where's my shit bucket?
Jesus. Get your spit bucket. Jesus Christ.
Go get my shit bucket.
Additional voices were provided by Corin Orr, Peter Patrakios, and David Rhodes. And that's just the English version. And it says as much in the actual credits. I actually watched all the credits just to make sure that was correct. And I have no notes. This won nothing.
Yeah,
It won no
I took a
awards.
couple notes because it was kind of like, fuck?
I have written notes, but for like my tippity typed notes, yeah, there's nothing. They have no awards. Was not in a high standing at all. Once again, you see all the reviews. The reviews are very mid tier at best,
Yeah.
and that's probably only because of the voice actors and maybe the art style to a certain extent because of the.
Yeah, I just don't like that it was like hardly any color. It was like all except for blood
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
fire. It was all gray,
Yeah.
black, gray, and white.
that tan, but a lighter tan than you would normally
Lighter
do.
tan, like on the kimonos and stuff.
Yeah, like that's the majority of color was very like my wall, very cappuccino,
It was quite cappuccino.
very
Yes.
cappuccino.
Yeah, like cappuccino with like lots more cream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
heavy cream,
heavy cream.
heavy cream.
Heavy cream. But I mean, the art style. I mean, it wasn't. The characters themselves weren't terrible,
No, the character design was actually decent.
but it just felt like everything blended together, and it didn't feel like anything stood out. Like, I mean, I don't want the characters to be so completely different from the background, but I also want them to not feel like they're blending into the background. And they also all seem so plain and almost the copy and pasted to each other that it was really hard to distinguish between the different characters. Like, oh, he has an eye patch. Oh, thank God. At least I can understand a little bit.
Now, so I can see in my head. Basically, your monk was the beginning of the sketch.
Oh,
And-
when it was like suddenly she was like, oh, I'm a princess, but
No, just hear me out. So for
Okay.
art wise, so your monk's like the beginning of the sketch. He's bald. These are
Yeah.
his features right here.
Oh, I see what
But
you
then
mean.
they
Okay.
changed the features for Tessina, so we give him long hair and an eye patch.
Yes.
Ibaragi.
We
Wait,
give him
no, not
gray hair.
Ibaragi. Usui. Usui, we put a scar on his face, open his eyes up, and give him some long hair. Minamoto, we take off the scar from Usui.
Yeah.
Basically, it seemed like the defense ministry characters were basically the same person
yes.
for the most part.
Yeah.
Outside of
and so it was hard to
Kentucky.
distinguish because also it's not like their voices were super different from each other.
No,
Except for like the main character, the main girl,
Right.
and the white-haired demon.
yeah, that was Ibaragi.
Those were the only ones whose voices seemed
Kind of stood out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
distinguishable.
And see, Ibaragi was kind of weird to me.
He just like it felt like he just appeared out of nowhere.
Yeah, because he appears after the time jump. So when we start the movie, it's the first year of the Shireki era, 88, 89, I'm pretty sure. And they're at this Ashikaga mountain in Sagami County. So Kentoki is carrying an attendant, and they're escaping from somewhere, but they don't say where they're escaping
Yeah,
from.
they don't say where they're escaping from, and it also is like where they're going to. I mean, I'm
Right.
sure at that point it's just get away. But why are they being chased?
Right. You at least find out why they're being chased, because once they get to a clearing, they end up finding these people in demon masks, and the lead one takes off his mask and says, "Kentoki, you've lived too long," or whatever. And Kentoki's like, "Uncle?" So you're like, okay, so apparently, and it even pops up a little bit later, that because Kentoki's uncle was ousted as the following lord of the Sakata clan, Uncle Dude was like, Kentucky, you gotta die. So the moment his brother dies, he's like, oh hell no. So he raises an army and goes after Kentucky, ends up killing the attendant, but then Kentucky's saved
By other random monks?
by Minamoto, by Raiko. So then we skip ahead 5 years.
Yeah, and we've been training you as a warrior. Like,
Yeah. So now it's
Okay.
the first year of the Chotoku era at the Heian Palace. Like 5 years have passed and we're already in a whole new era? 5
I
years?
mean, I guess it like changes hands pretty quick until one gets stable.
It seems crazy. I would have to look back at a history book
Yeah,
to
no, thank
actually
you.
find out. So if anybody listening to this has more of a historical knowledge than we do, let us know. Because we would like to know.
But it's also like this movie was on the top 10 a list I found of the top 10 worst anime,
Sounds about right.
and
But
My
where
thing-
was it standing in the top 10?
like 6 from the end.
Okay, so not
Not the worst,
the worst. But
But it was
still,
in the
it was
list.
still in the list. It was the top 10.
but I was like, I don't. Honestly, by the time the story finished, I was like, first off, it felt like it abruptly ended.
Yeah. Yeah,
And then-
really.
Also, what was happening?
Yeah,
what
so
was going on?
So
like,
it-
was her handmaid like brought back to life?
no.
For what?
I'm pretty sure that Onihime was Kentoki's cousin.
Yeah, because she was like, "Oh, let's be together forever. Like, I'll be your wife," and I'm like, "This is a little before."
Yeah, because
that
the
stuff is
uncle,
okay, isn't it?
because the uncle was her father, so that would make Onihime Kentoki's cousin by the uncle through the brother that was Kentoki's father.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay! Hooray!
Terrible roundabout family stuff.
Hey, genealogy tree. Woo.
Yeah, terrible. And apparently, I mean, relationships inside hierarchy families was not uncommon. I mean, look at the British Empire.
I mean, yeah.
Hell, look at the
Incest
look at
is
the
best.
look at the writings of J.R.R. Martin. Martin?
George R. R. Martin.
Yeah, that guy. Toby some bitch.
Oh yeah. What was it? I was doing a job before he finishes the last episode. And have you ever seen reporters ask him that or tell him that?
No.
Oh my god. He just looks at the screen. He's like, "Fuck you!" He gives out the finger. Like, "Aw." His finger's as wide as his knuckle. Like,
It's so cute.
look at him go.
look at him trying to flick us off, guys.
Oh my god! Everybody just walk away. He won't catch you.
That's true in this little rascal.
You'll
Catch me if you can.
never catch me.
See you guys next year.
Better work next time.
Fucking terrible.
Greased up tough guy.
Did you remember the episode of his origin?
Yes. Yes, I
The
did
one in
see
reverse.
That. Yeah.
You'll never catch me. Like, what made you so weird? You were a businessman. What happened?
Better work next time.
Exploding gas. Exploding grease truck.
Grease truck, yeah.
Yeah. Really? That's what made you weird?
It's
I mean, I
Family
understand the
Guy.
death part. That makes
Why,
sense.
why did they fight for like 4 solid fucking minutes
Oh, him
between
and the giant
Peter and
chicken?
the chicken? Yeah.
There was a terrible misunderstanding.
Like
It was a terrible misunderstanding.
that one where they're like they try and work it out and they're sitting with
Oh, they
each
were
other
doing
at
so
the
well.
table.
Until the check came.
Yeah. No, I'll take the check. No. I'll take
the check.
Epic fight.
You know, they haven't done it for quite a few seasons now.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
sad.
A little bit. But you know what?
But I mean, it's dying
They got
off.
old. They got old.
They're dying off. It's
Yeah.
fine. Everyone's tired of being a dick to Meg, and everyone's tired of Peter's
She
shenanigans.
actually kind of barely shows up in so many episodes.
Well, she's super popular now.
Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
Still can't believe it actually ended up with
Ashton Kutcher.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess he's actually gotten kind of mature.
Well, I mean,
takes-
it's bound
he
to
takes-
happen eventually.
He takes some things very seriously. He actually did a deposition in front of Congress.
Really?
A while back.
About what?
I forget. But I remember seeing it. I remember the news report.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
Glad he grew up a little bit.
A little bit. Enough that he can sit in front of the government and Oh, God. And I've heard that a lot of the people that did that 70s show are coming back for that 90s show.
Oh.
Yeah.
It won't be the same if they're not like this right age.
Well, it's 20 years after that 70s
Did
show.
they do that 80s show, though?
That did not last.
That's right. I remember they did
But that might have lasted like half a season before it was just like, nah, this ain't working.
Yeah,
That's
fine. That's fine. I did like that 70s show. It was pretty funny.
It was a great show.
Yeah.
Until Topher left.
Well, yeah.
And then for his little small return. Yay.
Yeah. Hello. Goodbye.
Correct. It's the end.
Because he appeared at the end and they were like, Happy New Click.
That's how you end it.
Yeah. That's appropriate. That was a great ending.
Yes.
Good for you. Even though...
Unlike this ending.
Yeah. The ending just fucking didn't make sense.
Hey, it's a segue.
Yeah. Hooray. And we learned how to spell that earlier, didn't we?
Yeah. Segway's a hard thing to spell when you can't remember if it's the scooter thing or it's the actual motion of moving from one
The
thing
little
to
two-wheeled
another.
contraption
Musically.
that requires balance.
I want to take a segue of haunted houses. So weird. Are you a drone?
I was trying to practice my how it sounds on the
segue sound?
Where you're just like...
There you go. Yes. Perfection.
Anyways, so Kaidomaru,
Yeah, there's. I
ended.
mean, the ending was just way
didn't-
too. So
who was the lady?
the lady.
The girl that she was crying to at the end of it, and who was like, "Oh, you need to kill whoever the fuck." Because there was the lady inside who was like hugging her.
That was Onihime.
Okay, who supposedly died at the very beginning.
No.
But then wasn't dead. Mm-mm. Is a different person? Mm-hmm. You couldn't even fucking understand because they looked exactly the same. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She had dead eyes.
Your mom.
Hey. That's how you like to tell my wife. Keep my mom's name out of this.
All right, sorry. Your mom's a lovely person. I apologize.
She really is. So the attendant was not the person that got straight ganked by the uncle's people. Like I said, the Onihime had to be Kentoki's cousin, but she was also a part of, I guess, the uncle's kind of subgroup with these masks and whatnot.
Uh-huh.
Let me see if I can actually find it because it was Oyami, Yams. No, Oyama, the Oyama gang, and they were like supposed to be like demons.
Yeah, and like there was one point where there actually was magic.
Yeah, and it was the part when they bring out. And now Abe Seimei is actually a big name in Japan lore. He was supposed to be like one of the first onmyoji, and we've talked about onmyoji in our review of X. And they're spiritualists, but also supposed to be able to do magic, so they can do all kinds of spells and stuff using the
Because suddenly
elements.
everything around them just like melted.
Yeah, it was
Because I remember watching, going, "The fuck."
Right. So what he was trying to confuse Hime, but she was like, "Nah, bitch."
Yeah. You're the only one not melted. Yeah, I'm gonna kill you. No shit. Maybe you should have made yourself look like you were melted too, and she wouldn't have been so confused.
Honestly, I do not understand what the purpose of his spell. I don't know if it was a counter spell or him trying to take control of the spell that she had around the capital at the time. It was a lot of things were very confusing.
Yeah, it felt like you trained her a lot.
But once again, it draws on that you're only. E-Tranger is a full length film though.
Yeah, this is only like 45 minutes.
Exactly. This is like less than an hour. So they're trying to fit a lot of stuff in 40, not even 40. Honestly,
Well, you know
I
what?
think
They failed.
The credits actually started running at like 39 minutes. So actually, what is 45 or 47 minutes is actually the movie plus the credits.
Oh, you know what I will say?
What's
Whoever
up?
sang that intro song, he was belting that chili. He was in it.
Oh yeah, and I was still like,
Hey! He was so excited to be singing that song.
I will give you the opening and ending themes are really good.
Yeah,
I
he
kind of
was so feeling it.
the opening theme. I kind of liked how they were trying to use imagery of the art form for that time period.
Yeah.
As part of the intro. I mean, it gives it a little bit more perspective that this is a time period kind of piece.
Yeah, but it still didn't make any fucking sense.
It did not give it. It didn't give it much weight for story. No.
Next time, I'm just gonna go to the list of animes, and I'm just gonna close my eyes and click.
So which, yeah, it's better than printing it out and just throwing a dart and being like, "Yep, that's it."
That's it. No, I'm just gonna click it, and then I'm gonna Google search it and be like, "Is this a movie based off a series?" No. Perfect. It's in.
One of these days, we are going to do a series review.
I think we should do not just a series review, but like a series of movies where there's like 3 movies in a row.
Okay. Like I said, there's the whole Evangelion series is like at least 3 to 4 movies long.
But they also have series in between, don't they?
No. The newer movies are actually standalone.
All right, so this is 25, right?
Yeah.
We could do Evangelion for the next 4.
Yeah.
And then for 30, like we always do, another Ghibli.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, guess what?
There you go, folks.
we have the next few. We're doing Evangelion 1.11, 2.22, 3.33, and eventually, when it comes out, which will
is it not out yet?
The very very last one that I had no idea was actually coming out. I thought the last one was the last one. There's another one.
All right.
But we'll get to that one. We'll get to that one when it actually comes out.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. So then we'll figure something out for 29, and then
if I no
Ghibli time.
No, actually it might be 5. Shit. Okay, hold on. No,
we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. But either way, Evangelion's coming.
Yeah, Evangelion after this.
And this shit's gonna be fucking nuts.
Crack.
This Evangelion's got a whole.
I never watched a whole lot of anime, but I remember growing up, I was staying at my cousin's house a lot.
Yeah.
And my cousin's older brother was really into Evangelion.
Oh, it's
and he had posters all over the place.
Yes.
And I remember we'd go in his room, we'd play a Sega CD. Anybody?
Yeah.
Sega CD.
Ooh.
And but he had one amazing Evangelion transformer that was like solid metal, and it was big as shit, and it took like 40 fucking minutes to mold it between like Guardian mode and regular, where they're like half plane with arms and legs.
Plane?
Yeah, they got the rocket, then they got the rocket with the arms and the legs, and then they had the full person shape.
Okay, so tell me if you can remember the coloration. Tell me the coloration.
It was white and black.
Oh, that's one of the that's after the main series. No, it's
this is a long time ago. This is like 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah, those ones were like a separate Evangelion line in comparison to the main line. So you had like Ava's unit 0, 1, 2, 3 got destroyed, 4, which ended up becoming an angel and destroyed. Then I think the last one they put out from the original anime was... Actually, no. No. Because... Yeah. After that, there was a series of Evangelions that all looked alike. They had a white form, but their heads were not humanoid. They were just kind of like a weird hanging head, almost like a snake.
No, that's not the one I remember.
Crazy wings.
I mean, maybe, yeah, there weren't even wings. Like, I remember it just being, it had a gun.
Mm-hmm.
And
white unit.
It was a white unit, and you could have, like,
maybe
you had the full ship unit, and then you had the ship with the arms and the legs. But then it also, maybe I'm thinking of something else.
Yeah, it had to be something else, because Evangelions don't transform.
Because then it transformed into the full human shape.
Yeah,
what am I thinking of?
that's not even good. Even good.
Okay, well, I apologize to anyone out there, but this is me trying to remember from 30 years ago, so
Yeah, no, it's kind of tough.
I apologize.
Because we do at times, because we've been watching so much media over our years, we do confuse things.
Yeah, because
it's not hard because
like,
there's been so many series with friggin' mechas in it.
Yes, I watched a few animes in my lifetime, but obviously I watch a lot more because of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty much it. I mean, I watch a lot more anime because of this, but I still don't remember
everything that you've seen before. Yeah. It gets hard. It gets hard with time.
Yeah. Good times. Or were they? Because I don't remember.
Were
they good times?
They were good enough to remember bits and pieces of them.
They were times.
Yeah, they were times.
They were so times.
Can't just be overwhelmed. Why can't we just be whelmed?
I'm just whelmed.
There you go. Fucking love you. I love Young Justice. And we are so off topic. But you know what? It's what we do.
But, I mean, Kai Doh Maru, I'll be honest with you, it felt very much like they had a linear track with fucking a stranger because I didn't understand what was... And then it ended at the end when she was crying over her dead uncle or the guy who saved her.
Yeah.
I think. So, because they all look the fucking same, so I couldn't tell.
So Raiko was actually the head of the defense ministry. So I guess he was charged with going to see what was going on with the Sakata clan, and he just happened to save Kentoki from her uncle, and then kind of adopted her and raised her as a soldier to be a part of the defense ministry. And then 5 years later, I mean, we come and see Ibaragi, not knowing who he is at the time, say that the water is polluted with disease and people are dying and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then he asks Onihime, what do you think about it? It's beautiful, basically, is what she says.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay. You guys are creeps.
Is it?
So then it just, and then it jumps to...
What is this, the Ganges?
It's so weird, man. So then they jump to the capital, with Raiko, and they're talking about what's going on, talking about the plague and all the death and whatnot. But then with the time jump and then it's a later on after this meeting that he has with, I don't know who. They really don't tell you who he had a meeting with. The name is, I'm not sure if he had, I know he goes to talk to Seimei afterwards. And then after he talks to Seimei, he talks to Kentoki.
It doesn't, I don't know. It feels like because they all look the same and everything in the whole movie was a bland same color, save for blood and fire.
Right.
And leather. It felt like I couldn't distinguish between them. And I'll be honest, if it was like, this is Bill and this is John and this is, Jim, then maybe I could understand. But they were all some 8-syllable name. I'm not trying to be racist, but after a while they kind of blend together as I'm watching the movie.
That's once again, that's fair. And once again, they didn't inherently give you the name the moment they came on screen.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, hey, this is who this person is, and this is who this person is.
Yeah,
like
you have to sit there and take notes in order to understand who is going where. Like, you have to take notes like, all right, this person has the eye patch. And,
Tessuna.
Yeah.
The monk, Sutake.
Yeah. And so...
the guy with the scar on the face. Sadamitsu.
As me, who wants to be a casual watcher.
Right.
I want to watch it, like, maybe pay attention to the really cool parts. And then, like, kind of offhandedly listen as I'm doing other things. That's how I want to watch my anime. And this one, it felt like...
If you take your eyes away, you're not going to see something.
Yeah, you have to like take notes to follow.
Right.
And I didn't, like I said, at the end, she just cries over the dead guy, and I'm like, "Oh, we're done." That's the story?
Nothing
was resolved for you. What was the point? Like, what were you the princess of?
No.
What were you the fucking princess of?
Nope. Here's. Okay, so this Shoten Doji gang, the Oyama. So, led by Hime, which is actually princess. So, Onihime, Shoten Doji, whatever. And then you have her little henchman, Ibaragi Doji, who's the guy with the white hair. So they stop in the middle of the night, and this dude pops up with a carriage.
The dude with the carriage.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, it's a woman and a carriage.
Well, first it's, I brought the sacrifices. I've got 3 people in my way. Is this going to be enough?
Yeah.
And they're like, okay. So he starts taking off. Ibaragi's like, he's about to Fujiwara. We could have to get rid of him at some point. And she's like, do with him what you will. But in the cart, you got like at least two young people that have been abducted. And they even talk about it at the beginning of the night patrol. So they're talking about at least one of them that had been abducted. But then they see the cart, that is Hime's cart, and they go to stop it. And then Ibaragi's like, oh no, we ain't having it. Smoke bomb. Fire. And straight kills.
Chops the damn horse's head off.
Like, bro, goddamn, that's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Hits another smoke bomb, goes after Usui, takes him down, kind of, but doesn't kill him. And then goes after Suna, cuts off the legs off of Suna's horse, but Suna gets up off that horse and straight chops Ibaragi's arm off. And dude's like, I'm gonna remember your face. And just dips.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, I see the setup.
But he also used like supernatural ability to jump on a fucking roof.
Yeah. So I'm like, but then the next day or like a couple of days later, Kentoki's like, he looked like me when I was a child.
And I was like, did he?
Like, really? Like,
did he?
I didn't really see that at all.
Yeah, I didn't see that whatsoever.
Like
that he looked like you as a child.
I mean, a lot of characters look alike.
Yeah, they all look the fucking same.
He did not look like
Every adult was tall, gangly, long hair.
But then,
with accessories.
When Hime is with the 2 children that had been abducted, and she kisses one and she says, wake up. And the kids are sitting back to back. I think she kissed the long-haired one. But then there are certain like flashes of like scenery and stuff. Mm-hmm. And then when they open their eyes, you can see they're like not there. Like they're in a trance or something. But then she calls them both Mr. Michizane. And we're like, who the fuck is Michizane? Do I have to have a historical education to understand this character of Michizane? Because the moment he's awakened, they go out and they burn the Capitol. And not only burn the Capitol, but then they go to the actual Capitol building, abduct Kentoki, kill Seimei, Ibaragi sacrifices himself and kills Suna, and they've abducted Usui. All in one night.
Yeah, it feels like they're killing themselves for a purpose they don't even know.
You understand that one of these politicians is doing some dirty stuff under the radar for himself, but then you don't understand what exactly he's doing. You don't understand. And then all of a sudden, the disease starts kind of drawing back, they say.
Yeah.
I'm like, so what stopped the disease?
So many unanswered questions.
Yeah, what was the underhanded nature of this dude's political prowess? What were Onihime's, Michizane's goals? What was it?
Yeah.
Because when Onihime and Kentoki finally have that chance to be together in the temple, while Usui is going after Raiko, Hime's like, I want to be with you for the rest of my life. But also, as Kentoki is like, I hear Raiko calling me, I need to go to him. And she's like, are you just going to desert me again? And she's like, straight stabs Kentoki in the gut. I'm like, that's kind of counterintuitive.
It doesn't make sense.
It's counterintuitive. If you want to if I can't have you, no one can. Is that why you stabbed her? And we don't know. And I don't like that it is left like that.
No.
So Raiko apparently was killed outside. We didn't see him actually get killed. I mean, we saw him get stabbed by a spear, and then him and Usui start fighting, but that was it.
Yeah.
Very anticlimactic.
Yeah.
And then Kentoki stumbles out during the sunrise and sees Minamoto's body down there, and she stumbles down, and she's like, don't leave me. And then her last words before the movie ends are, let's go back to the capital. And that's where the movie ends.
Yeah.
They pan out, and that's the end.
Yeah. And you're like,
That's
wait,
the
what?
end.
What?
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 Wait,
What?
where's the rest of the story?
What? What?
And I can see why this was on the top 10 of
What?
worst anime movies.
What?
Yeah, I kind of figured. I feel like you might have one more. You want to let it out?
What?
Yeah, there you go. Sounds spot on.
I just don't.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many unanswered
Look,
questions.
there is Psychic Wars, okay? Psychic Wars was goddamn terrible, but you know what? We could tell where the start was, we could tell where the middle was, we could tell the end. We can make fun of the fact that sleeves got ripped off all day long for no reason. We can make fun of the fact that the Demon's Plan was goddamn terrible. Let's go to the future where there are better guns and better weapons and more people where we can take over.
I really feel like they could have done better with the plan. I mean, it seemed
they could have gone back in the past another 1,000 years
and murdered them. Murdered humanity.
Yeah,
instead of going forward.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But
I mean, you're fighting Neanderthals.
Yeah. What's the fucking problem? Because they had all the technology.
You could have literally sacrificed a few and had your city destroyed, saved the technology that you needed, waited until he went back to the future, so you sacrificed some forces, but you're still going strong. Murdered those motherfuckers and been like, we're on top of the world.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have came back.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been able to come back.
No.
Because the whole thing would have been destroyed.
Because he didn't have sleeves.
Yeah.
He couldn't find them.
No.
He was too busy fucking a demon queen.
Well, well, if they changed the timeline, not a chance.
Jesus Christ.
Not
But anyways,
a chance.
we're not talking about Psychic Wars. My point is, there was at least a story.
Yeah. There
was it a shitty story? Fuck yeah, it was.
I feel like if they have given it like 2 hours, they probably could have gotten everything fleshed out better.
Probably.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, if this movie was 2 hours, I feel they could have maybe given it an actual ending.
Yeah. I mean, look at the friggin' Sword of the Stranger. That was historical.
That movie was so good.
And they could have done about the same thing with this. Another historical story that actually did better than.
But we all know what the best
Kamui.
part. We all know what the best part of Sword of the Stranger was, and that was the fight scenes.
Yeah, the fight scenes were just fucking phenomenal.
They were so good.
So
if every movie with sword fights was like
that one, yes,
it would be the best.
Yes,
the fucking best. Ooh. But anyways,
you want to go ahead and do
my
ratings
pants
on
are
this?
shrinking.
Terrible.
Thinking about this.
Freaking terrible. Do you want to go ahead?
All right. You know what? I'll do ratings.
Yeah, go ahead.
2.5 lack of colors out of 10.
God damn, 2.5 lack of colors.
Because there are no colors.
Yeah, there are no colors.
Would you like? It's kind of like the original computers. It's like you got green, light green, forest green, and dark green. These are the colors that you get to choose from your computer.
My Game Boy.
Right? Gray, light gray, dark gray.
With a little
gray.
With a very weird green background.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's happening.
Gross.
Oh, you better hope you got the light hitting that just right. So
Can I get a Game Boy Color, Mom? I can't see shit.
I can't see anything. And then they're like, hey, we'll sell you this contraption that flips over your thing, magnifies it just a little bit, and then puts light on there so you can see it.
Can I get a Game Boy Color so I can actually play Terminator and rewire these Terminators properly, Mom?
And you put in 8 AA batteries in the last year. Good 45 minutes.
Can I get some rechargeable batteries too, Mom?
No, you know what? Game Boy lasted a good 3 or 4 hours. You know what lasted literally about half an hour? The Sega Nomad.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Do we?
No.
The portable Genesis? Because that was this first serious, holy shit, I could play an entire fucking amazing console on the go. But granted, you used 10 fucking batteries and they literally lasted about half an hour.
Yeah.
If you weren't plugged into something, that thing was not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Anyways.
You can't flaunt portable if I can't actually go anywhere.
Yeah. I can run from my house to my friend's house and maybe I'll make it.
I need to plug in. Get out of the way.
Get out of the way! I need your plug now!
I need to keep my game going.
Get away! French mom! I need to go use your plug. Give me an outlet. Stat!
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Hey.
Crisis averted.
I'm sorry. So, what is your rating?
Honestly, I for some reason I feel like I remember this being better than what it was. So
Yeah, I when you said that you remembered watching it after I texted you what we were gonna watch, I was like, "Oh, boy's about to be disappointed."
Oh well, I think what got me was the situation that I was watching it in. So
Oh yeah, well you were probably being teased and women.
yeah. So as a rating, I'm gonna go ahead and 2.8 shooting dojis.
Shooting dodgies?
It says 2.8 shooting doji.
Oh dear.
Because I mean it didn't have a proper ending. It didn't have a climax. It didn't.
Felt like it wasn't a story. It was like we were just watching the lives of a couple armed forces, and
he just left it
it.
very like in the air.
Yeah.
I mean, for an OVA, yeah, short. But what was the point?
Yeah.
What was the point? Just to be like, we know that the main protagonist doesn't make it. Okay, but I want to know that they died doing something amazing. She didn't really die doing anything amazing.
She didn't do shit.
Like, she had a really big axe. And she barely used it. She used it to, what, split one thing. That's it. She didn't kill anybody. No, she killed one person. In the beginning. As she was escaping. Like, she broke free after.
Yeah. She did that
she
one
killed
slice.
one guy. That was it.
Because it was like, shing! And I was like, oh, where'd she hit him? And then,
yeah.
Blood across the neck. I'm like, oh,
and
she
then,
got him good.
And then, like, there was supposed to be, I guess, this week. Well, the guys, the monk and Usui.
The two guys who followed her when they went to the cart.
Were like, well, no, not yeah, those two. Well, it was Usui and the monk that was Sutake. Were talking in the alley, and they saw her just sitting there, and they were like, "Oh man, I wonder what's wrong with her." We shouldn't intervene. You know, we know who should really intervene. And Raiko comes popping up.
Yeah,
and they're like, "All right, cool." And then Suna just pops up, and he's like, "We should really get ready for night patrols." And they're like, "Oh, come on, dude." But then Katoki's like, "Why are you so flustered?" To which my note literally is like, Kentucky just as oblivious. Like, was there supposed to be some kind of love story going on? Was it?
No.
I mean, because honestly, if
there's not supposed to be any type of story
Raiko
going on.
raised you to be a soldier, I don't think he was thinking of you as a woman, as a person that he's trying to get with. He's thinking of you as kind of like his daughter.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it was weird. It was weird, and I'm not sure if it was just because it was the English dub.
You know what? The voices weren't actually terrible.
No, the voices weren't terrible. Like I said,
but there were many awkward moments where they could have just cut the video, and instead they sat there staring at each other while one of the mouths were moving for like literally 3 seconds. And 3 seconds is a lot when you're watching a movie.
Oh yeah, when I'm
you're just standing there, and
if I'm editing videos, yeah, there. Why would you stop that? Stop it right now. No, because it was some kind of weird ass thing I saw on TikTok, and I'm not sure how it popped up. I don't know if it was popped up on my timeline or because I couldn't find the video or something. But it was this girl sitting there, and I don't know what she had, but she was like, she was like doing little lip smacking sounds, and she was like, candy, lollipop, gummy bear, and I was like, the fuck is this shit?
Why can't I stop watching?
Because I was trying to figure out what the hell she was holding. I was like, what is that? It's apparently it's not ban worthy. What the fuck is it? And her friggin' fingernails were long and like bedazzled. She had braces. It's very weird.
What the fuck is happening?
I don't know. I had no idea. I was like,
what is your For You page?
Like I said, I'm not. I think it was like someone sent me a TikTok earlier. And then I got redirected somehow. No, it was one of the like we couldn't find this video.
Yeah.
And then it was just like one of the ones down below, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I clicked on it, and that's what happened. And I was like, "The fuck?"
Oh, that reminds me of a video I saw on. It was a reel on Facebook because I refuse to look at TikTok because I will get lost for an hour and a half. She put some like cotton under her lip and then used fingernail polish on her teeth.
What?
Yeah.
Why are you
And
painting
painted her teeth different colors and
You're
then
not supposed to do
waited
that.
for it to dry and then was like, I'm like,
That's just toxic.
the fuck?
Like, you really shouldn't do that.
What is wrong? Why don't you just go eat a Tide Pod, smartass?
Oh,
God.
bitch. You won't
Anyways.
get canceled.
Oh god.
I don't wish to
They
party.
gon' dead.
Yeah.
They gon' dead.
You dead. You dead too.
Oh my god, they gon' died.
Yeah. Died it.
So, anything else you wanna say about this movie? Because I tell you what, I felt like someone shit on a plate and handed it to me.
Yeah.
And it was me.
It was
Because
yeah.
I picked it.
It wasn't great. It wasn't
No. There was
too. It
absolutely
wasn't
no
too
story.
awful to get into, but it was awful.
I felt like I couldn't get into it at all. Like, you'd have to concentrate to watch this fucking movie.
I mean, I did.
I did not.
Yeah. mean,
I
sure
don't. I want to casually
I
watch some shit.
literally was like, all right, pause, take notes.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that shit.
It was 47 minutes. Like
I watch it while I'm working.
Nope.
Okay. Sorry.
Nope.
Okay, I'll do better. Down boy! Down boy. Alright, so guess what, guys? You can find us at kjnapodcast@gmail.com. That's the place where you can contact us directly and say hi and say hello. And we'll say hello back. And we'll tell you all the things. And what kind of questions you want to ask, we're going to answer your questions.
Also, Twisted Tea, Jim Beam, and Club Tales, we're looking for sponsorship. So, since we
drink
your
all the time.
beverages
Literally every time we
time.
record.
Every time.
Literally.
Reds as well, if Reds is easy to find. So, hey, find us at KJNA Podcast on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook,
Yep.
Twitter.
Yeah.
And also join our KJNA community on Facebook. And with that comes KJNA Chat. So you can chat directly with us, doing whatever. We do polls. We do all kinds of news on all the comic book movies coming out.
Just like when we had people record the And I'm the A.
Yes. And if you want to be the A, contact us. Leave us a little voicey thing.
Go on the KJNA community. It's fine. We just hang out. We shoot the shit.
We have fun. We have lots of fun.
Yeah.
Also, you can also drop that audio in our email, which we've already given you. So, do that. Have fun. Be a part of us. We'll be a part of you.
We're inside you.
All right. I think we've had a little bit too much fun now. So
You can't tell me how much fun I can have.
okay. I mean, if you want to keep going.
All right. We're done for now.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next time.
Adios.
Ya casi es la temporada de fiestas y en JCPenney tenemos de todo para ti y tu familia. Ya sea que estés en modo fiesta, fuera de casa o en casa, tenemos el estilo que buscas. Como vestidos para salir de noche o lindos looks para la foto con Santa. Y no olvides las pijamas coordinadas para lucir en familia. Tus marcas favoritas te esperan durante toda la temporada. Looks increíbles a precios impresionantes. JCPenney. Celebraciones que valen la pena.
Judy was boring.
Hello.
Then Judy discovered ChumbaCasino.com.
It's my little escape.
Now Judy's the life of the party.
Oh, baby, mama's bringing home the bacon.
Whoa, take it easy, Judy. The Chumba life is for everybody. So go to ChumbaCasino.com and play over 100 casino-style games. Join today and play for free for your chance to redeem some serious prizes. ChumbaCasino.com. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+ terms and conditions apply. See website for details.